Welcome back, everybody. Barry and Eric here at Moss Pond. We've got another firearms fact for you today. Today we're going to be showing you some of the things you need to know about overall lengths in shotguns and rifles, mainly to keep you legal. I know other parts of the world are different, but here in the United States we have certain laws that surround the overall lengths and barrel lengths that shotguns and rifles have to be at in order to be classified as a rifle or a shotgun. Basically, anything that is shorter than some of the things that Barry's going to lay out here for you, you're going to require ATF paperwork and a $200 tax stamp to make the gun then become a short barrel shotgun or a short barrel rifle. We get this question a lot about basically what classifies something as an SBS, SBR, what have you.
Now the law says a shotgun barrel has to be at least 18 inches long, but what they don't know is the whole gun has to be 26. You have to have an overall length as well. This is a gun that somebody turned into a home defender. They chopped the stock off and the barrel off. Now, we talk about home gunsmithing. I mean, this is done fairly well. It's acceptable. But what people don't realize, this gun has to be 26 inches from butt to muzzle. That's another length that they don't think about. Now, the way you measure a barrel on a gun is you take the tape measure, you close the bolt, and you run the tape measure down the barrel to the face of the closed bolt. This barrel is 18 7/8 inches long, so that's plenty legal under the law. They could have taken another ½ inch or so, whatever you want to do.
Right, if you're going to shorten a barrel, you need to go ahead and keep it 18.5 at least, just to give yourself a little leeway.
Now the overall length of the gun has to be 26, and this is 32, so we got plenty of length here on this gun. Now, what Eric was saying, you always leave it a little long. This is a factory Mossberg model 88. Now their barrels are 18.5. That's a factory length, and that's dead on 18.5. They give themselves a ½ inch.
Correct.
Okay.
They give themselves a ½ inch to make room for those ATF tape measures, which are way off.
Stretched a little. Now, this is a single barrel. Now this gun is advertised as having a 28-inch barrel. This is an H&R topper. If you measure the barrel, it's not 28. It comes out to 27.5. But the factory always rounds it to the next number. So this is going to be a 28-inch barrel. They're normally 24, 26, 28, 30, and 32. This one is 27.5, but it's actually called a 28-inch barrel. Now another thing old timers used to do, you can take a dime and tell what choke you have in your gun. This is a full choke. The dime will not go. That is a full choke. A dime measures 702 in diameter.
And likewise, you can also use a dime to determine if a barrel's been cut down if you're not sure.
Right. If this barrel had been cut an inch, this would go in it because that's going to remove most of the choke. But
show us on that cut down Stevens.
Okay. Here's the Mossberg. That's a cylinder. See? Plenty of room. The Stevens, same thing. Once you take the choke out, they're all cylinder. It doesn't matter how long it is, it's all cylinder. It's cylinder all the way back to here. Now, this is a gun that I've always wondered about. This is a Kel-Tec SU-16 that folds. Now they make one you have to drive a pin out and it folds, you can't shoot it. This gun you can shoot with it folded. Okay? But what is perplexing, this gun is not 26 inches long. No matter how you measure this gun, it's 25 3/4. I called Kel-Tec the other day and asked them about that, and I got some kind of convoluted answer from them. But this gun in a ready-to-fire condition is supposed to be 26 inches long, and this is advertised as 25.5 in their catalog, and the man told me at Kel-Tec it's 25.5.
And the difference on rifles is that they don't have to have an 18-inch barrel, they have to have a 16.5-inch barrel.
Now, like I said, you measure from the face of your closed bolt. If you can't determine where the bolt face is on this gun, you take a rod and run down in it like this, and you mark it, and then you can put this on against your rule. That is exactly 16 inches.
Right.
Okay? Now, if you ever have a gun that's cut off and the BATF want to really stick it to you, they're going to use something like this. In fact, they actually have micrometers they can measure the length of something. Now, A lot of people have misinformation about this. A lot of people want to measure this from here. No, that's not going to make it. It's less than 18. Some people measure it from here. No. I took a gun in a pawn shop one time, one of these to pawn it, and a woman measured the barrel and said, "Get that gun out of my shop. It's illegal." "No, it's not, ma'am. It comes from the factory that way." She said a police officer told her to measure the barrel from right here. That's not how it's done. You put it down the barrel to the closed breech. It's 18 and a half.
So there you have the long and short of it.
That's correct.
Hopefully you guys learned a little bit from this video, and this was meant to be hopefully straight to the point and instructional for you guys. That way you're making sure you're keeping yourself legal. Now, I say legal, but you can register any of these guns that you've seen here or any other one as an SBS or an SBR with the appropriate paperwork and the appropriate tax stamp. It's no problem, but a lot of people see it as being an issue of registering a gun, like for instance this Topper. This is a great gun, but on the used end, this is a $150 gun. You're going to spend a $200 on a tax stamp for a $150 gun. So some people, to avoid all of the extra paperwork, will shorten the stock, shorten the barrel to the legal overall limit, and run with it like that. Make a snake charmer, so to speak.
Just like this gun.
Like that gun. So hopefully you guys learned something, and we'll have more of these firearms facts coming.